I thank you guys for checking out the Black Nerd Ninja What We Doing podcast, where we just talk about things people got going on. There we go. Today, I guess we got Latoya Young.
Hey.
This is gonna be the most introverted podcast. I'm for real. So just to kick it off, we met a few weeks back. He's like, I guess a month back at this point, right?
Yes.
And so we met a month back, and you were telling me about your roots in the Athens scene before the Atlanta scene. Could you give like a little, just a little blurb on that, as far as like, because at that moment, I think that was my first time like meeting you, as far as like, because I'm around low, and I've been around actually underground sound for a minute since I was young. So yeah, could you give just a little blurb on that?
I've been performing with my brother, Elite the Showstopper, in the background, some choruses here, some hooks there on other people's endeavors. I supposed to been doing something with Low Down and Dirty a long time ago, and I never did. But I've been doing shows here and there, just behind the scenes or just doing background. Just doing a little writing.
Okay.
I was up on the Runaway Slaves for a minute.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. So where were you 5 years ago, and did you see this coming as far as like from the movies, the video shoots, everything you're doing now?
Probably the video, because I've done the video once before up under, like I said, Runaway Slaves.
Yeah.
But as far as the movie things or the other endeavors I got going on, no, I did not see it coming, because life be life.
Yeah. So life be life.
Life definitely be life.
Right. So, man, so take me back to a day what made you say, I actually can do this. As far as like, I guess at this point, at the movie aspect of this, what was the day you say, you know what, I can do this?
I went to an event in Atlanta, and I was with my sister, Mona J. And I met this wonderful woman called Sister JJ. And she was like doing books, and she was she has like this discernment, and she was just speaking in general and was like entertaining people performing. I was like, I can do this. I want to do this. So I just sat back and did a lot of observation.
Gotcha. Okay, and just got inspired again, because it's not like you weren't already doing it before in your younger years, right? It's more like you just got re-inspired again.
Yes, it was just like I can do this. This is exciting. It excited me. So
did you get burned out from doing it before? Did you get burned out from?
No, like I said, life's like we actually had a girl group. It was me, Siobhan, Meonda, and like I said, we performed like at Morton Theater. We did a lot of talent shows and stuff like that. And like I said, life be life, and they started having kids, and I was like,
gotcha.
I was doing this by myself, and so one day I met Demaine Dupree, and he was like, "Give me your demo." But my issue was I was trying to take everyone with me, and it probably wasn't their season. It was probably just mine, but I hindered myself because I wanted to take my friends with me.
See, I'm gonna pause right to see you and your brother got the same. Like when we get Elite to talking, he get the name dropping. You just gonna name drop Jermaine Dupree, right? Like it's an everyday thing, right? Elite does the same thing.
I was about 17 when that happened.
See,
yeah.
Elite would tell me this story one time. He was like, "Yeah, he stayed across from REM. They were practicing. I forget the story, but anyway, he was like, "Yeah, I just stayed across from REM." I said, "What?" I said, "Hold up, you're not for just say that and gloss past it." So during this time, were you living in Atlanta? Or were you just in the area?
No, I was just having fun and hanging out with my girlfriends. I actually had met a friend. She worked at Magic City, and I ran into him.
That's right.
Because it's like, what are you doing up in here?
Yeah.
And he was just like, shoot me your demo.
Yeah. And just never, never stuck around to it.
No.
Or just never. Did you take it serious at the time?
I did, but I didn't. Like I said, I was young. I wasn't focused.
Gotcha.
Pretty much. I was just having a good time, and I was just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And it was what it was.
If I asked the people closest to you what you were known for, what would they say?
Ooh. definitely stable and dependable. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
I picked up on that.
Yeah.
I picked up on that. I just can't get past this whole Jermaine Dupri thing. Because, so years later, did you ever, I guess, did they ever done to you, like, even years later? Like, have you thought about reaching out now to him? Would that even be a possibility? You know,
I mean, it probably could, but I haven't. Because like I said, life be life. And if it happens, it's happen. If it's meant for me, nobody can take it from me at this point.
Got you. So let me ask you this. Because I know, so how would you recommend when life is going on like that? Because it happened to all of us, creatives, entertainers. What's the best way, or what would you recommend, or what are some of the ways you found yourself? How did you get back on track to get back on in the creative, in that, because it's a mindset.
Yes, it is.
It ain't just I'm awake. I'm just like, it's a creative mindset where it hits you and you have to do it. So how did you get back into that creative mindset after adulting for so many years?
After surviving,
Okay,
trying to get out of surviving. Hey, you got to get down on your knees, and then you have to learn to put yourself first. And basically, journal.
Yeah.
Write everything down, and it comes into fruition. Just write it down. Make a plan. Stick to that plan. Stand on it 10 toes down. And focus on one thing at a time, too. It's all right to have many different hats, many different lanes, but say for 30 days to 60 days, I'm going to focus on my wine business. For the next 30 or 60 days, I'm going to just focus on my video, because you can get overwhelmed. That's why I was like,
correct.
You can go overwhelmed if you don't live by a calendar. But start by journaling and then ask yourself, how can I serve myself today? Or how can I serve others? Or how can I help me be the best version of me?
Gotcha. Yeah, because I experienced that after, it was one event. It was a show where it was just everybody was there. And I just found myself like, you just get to that point where you're just going through the motions and like, okay, I can do this. This is what you can do. But I just found myself going through the motions. I actually end up leaving that show. I was there with a friend of mine, but I ended up because I was supposed to perform, but I ended up leaving that show and just walking home because I got so flustered due to that same point, like where I like a challenge when performing, and I like the creativity to flow, not force.
Right.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. Once you in survival mode, then that was before I got a family, then I got a family, then that changes the whole chemistry a little bit too. Not in a bad way, but where you have to adjust your whole life, like a creative lifestyle, to go from touring to doing shows to studios where everything's already lined out to now you gotta be mindful of the wife time, gotta be mindful of the kids time. So
it's a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance. So I didn't understand that balance when everything first happened, and then being flustered and burnt out from doing this for so many years. So I understand completely what you're talking about.
Yeah, I used to reinvent myself like all the time. So my brother asked me, he was just like, "What happened to that toy? You would recreate yourself." I was like, life be life.
Life be life.
My whole bedroom, I had a 3-bedroom house and no kids. Then I started having kids. So I feel like we're busting out the scene. The house is almost paid for. It's time for another. But I had to reinvent myself, and my daughter's room was my closet. I had that much stuff. I had a whole fashion show. I created a whole fashion show out of my room with my sister. We did a whole fashion with my accessories and all the wigs, everything. So you can get stifled. So to get yourself out of that, like I said, you had to get down on your knees and you have to put yourself first. You got to realize, yes, I'm a mother, but I'm also a woman.
That's right.
Yes, they have dreams and goals, but I do too. So you just have to take a minute. I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour. Take a minute for yourself so you can refocus.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. So like I mentioned before, clearly you're not big on social media. It shows on your page. But what I did find was something pretty cool. It was from your sister, Mona J. Moore. This was from this year, March 16th this year. Latoya Young, oh my, I'm gonna read this, y'all, and it ain't gonna be none of it. I know y'all want the emotional stuff. I'm not gonna read like that. I'm just gonna read what's here. But anyway, you starred in your first leading role. I'm so overly proud of you. I know our mom is smiling down from heaven right now. You stepped out of your comfort zone and stepped into your destiny. This will be first of many, and your baby sister will always support you in your journey. I love you. Keep shining your light on this world. The actress Latoya Young has a nice ring to it.
Yeah,
Do you remember that
sweet.
moment?
Yes, I do.
And was that the premiere night?
That was my premiere, my movie that I was the leading role in. It's called Never Dance with the Devil. That was my second movie I had done.
Can you tell? Is it out now? Can you tell us a bit
It's
about
out, but they still shopping it.
Okay, gotcha.
It just
Okay.
premiered, so it's in
Okay.
the workings.
What was the? Would you say was that the moment, like the epic moment, being the lead, taking the lead role, right? Because I take you had done some back roles before, just
I just done another movie
Okay.
before that, and it was about a true story. So I had a small part. Well, I ain't gonna say a small part, a part in it, and then it was like you never know who watching. When you were in the movie, you get ready for. You always auditioning for the next
movie. Okay, gotcha.
Without you even auditioning, so somebody's always watching.
And so this leading role right here was a special moment. As far as like, I take family and friends were there.
Yes.
It was a big night. That's good. That's real good. I'm glad that, like I said, you don't do social media. So when I seen that, I knew how to base this around this, which is great. Are you an introvert or extrovert? And how does that show up in your work?
I'm definitely a people person, so
I picked up on that.
I ain't quiet.
I picked
I'm not
up on
quiet.
that. We're vastly different.
Now, what's funny is that I'm not a public speaker, but I'm happy to become one.
Yep. You know what? In this new world, so I'm as you see, I'm an introvert. As you see,
I can tell.
But people get confused because they see me on stage performing. They're like, yeah, he's gonna talk to me. Get on stage. I get on stage is just, all right, man. Let's move on about life now, right? But now I'm moving into this new space because I'm working on moving to starting speaking at tech events, and I got one coming up this August. Okay. But I'm moving more to that space to where I've learned now where the things that got you to where you are. Because sometimes be the things that holding you back. So now I have to work on, like I got an app to help work on public speaking. Got an app to help work on to organize my deck, right? So I think at some point in our life we reach a point where, because I started saying this 2 years ago, we reach a point to where the old version of ourselves has to die.
Yeah.
Or it becomes a prison. It becomes a prison, like the rough edges of East Side Athens that's still on me. People can't see it, but it can be seen. But now I'm like, I gotta start shedding all that. Do you sort of like the same type deal?
Yes, baby. You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Correct.
You have to.
You have to.
That's the only way you're gonna elevate or grow.
I had someone say, I called them. We go way back. Like I said earlier, once I left high school, I was done with high school. But I've heard someone say, like, I'm still the same person I was 15 or 20 plus years ago, right? And I heard that, and I had to stop and pause and say, I'm not the same person I was. In bigger picture, I can't be the same person I was, just due to the fact that the kids and the wife won't allow that because they aren't from that world of where I'm from. Right. As far as how to move and navigate life, to now you have to be a little more gentle. You got to be a little more mindful. I think you experience something like that too. Also, just as you move forward.
Yeah, I have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So it's like, Mom, you're always on the phone. You're always emailing. You got too many emails. I got 4 emails. Yeah. You're always doing something. Yes, can you have time for me? Yes, hold on, y'all. Let me call y'all back.
That's
what
right.
is it
That's
that
right.
you need? What can I do for you right now? Okay, and then get back.
Yeah, no, that's been like the hardest thing for me because I work because it comes natural, right? The way if my son is going too far, I was like, the summer coming up, right? Like, I said, what Dad like to do? Like to work? I said, you want to work all summer? I I like to chill. Okay, then I advise you to get it together then, right?
Right.
But yeah, to that same point, yeah, all that's easy to me. Like people think that's hard, but that's doing stuff like this and just putting stuff together. That's easy, but putting the work in to say, hey, no. Like I was talking to my brother Joe a while back. He was like, yeah, so I take this time right here to cut off and then go do family stuff and be there for him, like show up to the twirling, show up to the game stuff. So stuff like that, I don't say I have to be mindful of it because, once we're working. Like that's natural, that's where we're comfortable at.
Right.
But making time out to still show up to the kids' stuff and be present there, So,
graduations, birthdays.
Yeah.
It's very important because my 18-year-old, she'll hand me her butt. She'll be like, for real?
You're right.
This what we doing?
This what we're doing. Yeah. No, for real. No, I had learned that. I learned that too, just showing up and being mindful. Like we just had prom, so that's a whole nother
extravagant.
Yeah. And then you gotta realize, they care about this stuff, so you have to show up and it was good. It was real good. Let me ask you this: what's your personal motto or mantra that keeps you going?
Family, faith, finance, friends.
That tells me I need that money. You hear me?
Yeah.
Need that money. I literally just took a pause because I was thinking about something. You know what? Okay, I got something here.
And my mantra.
Yeah, what's
I
your mantra?
come first. I come first. I come first.
No, for real. But a lot of people forget that. A lot of people think it's selfish to say, well, I'm gonna put myself first, or I'm going to do something for myself. We have to be mindful, like especially now, like taking care of your health and taking care of you, and then you learn as you live life a little bit more. You learn that it's not about being happy; it's about peace.
Definitely, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, because like if you chase happiness, even if you're with somebody or not with someone, your happiness will go
on a roller coaster.
Roller coaster. This will make you happy. This one, but when you find peace, that means in all states you're okay, right? Whether you got a job, don't have a job, whether you got the special food you want to eat, or you just got to eat some noodles, right?
Yeah.
No matter what, you're going to be okay. And I think a lot of people search for peace. They say happiness, but I think a lot as you get older, it's peace you're really looking for.
I wish I could rewind the clock back and go back to like the 70s, the 80s, 90s, and just stay right there in that era for a minute. Because I could breathe.
Gotcha.
Everything there is like a hustle and bustle. You got to do this now. You got to do that. You got to hurry up. You don't feel like you have time, so you have to make time. You have to prioritize your health, because there's no sense. You got all this money, but you ain't healthy to spend it.
Yep.
So you got to prioritize. If you don't take care of you, then you can't take care of everybody else.
Correct. And I think that gets lost in the sauce. I think a lot of that. So for us growing up, right, our parents could do multiple things. They could plumbing, hair, build whatever, grow whatever. I think that ideal or that culture of the hustle mentality has been taken now to where they've stripped it down to where I gotta make money off this thing. But for them, you weren't doing it to they did make money off of it, but also because I don't have the money to fix. I have the money to have someone come in and fix this thing. I have to learn how to fix this thing. So let me call my brother who's a mechanic, or let me call because they had that within the community where I remember on several, we built onto our house a few times, and like uncles, granddaddy, like everybody would show up to help build that thing because everybody had the skill set for it. Then once you reach a skill set, well, who knows more about electricity? Okay, let's call such and such as a good friend of the family, right? They'll come and help do that. Then they'll show you and teach you while they're doing it. I think now it's more stripped down to I know how to do this thing, so let me put a price on it.
Gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping and the prices be outrageous.
Yep.
Prices be man. Don't pay nobody for it, y'all. Like, you legit can just. There's so many ways to learn stuff now. Between YouTube, you watch everything else on YouTube.
Right.
You know
that
what I mean?
part.
No, for real. No, you can, like, a lot of the information you really can't get now if you just go looking for it and seek it out. So I think now they've stripped it down to where it's that dollar.
Yeah.
No,
Everything's about money. But the fact of getting back to, like you said, if you research it, and that's with anything, like being an artist, research your mentor, do your observation, research your finances, research your health. Don't just take somebody's word for it.
Correct.
I mean, it's good to get the information. Somebody has the blueprint, because that's all I want. I don't need everything else.
Correct.
But
Research, man.
research.
What's the one decision that changed everything for you?
One decision that changed everything for me as far as in health or just in life in general.
Whatever comes to your mind first, just in general.
Relearning to put myself first. It always goes back to that, put myself first. Because like I said, if I don't, who's going to be here to take care of my kids if something happened to me? Or who's going to be here to fix my finances or my home? No one. Because everybody else is life and also. So it's hard.
Yeah, no, and that's key. Because I think, especially within the Black community, I think the hardest thing, I tell my kids this all the time, I'm not going to be here forever. Like, I'm not, me and mama ain't going to be here forever. I know y'all don't want to hear stuff like that, but we not going to be here forever. So let me provide you with the tools you need to help you get to where you're going. And by doing that, I have to make sure I'm clear-headed in order to do that.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
How old do you think a child should be after they graduate to leave your home? Because sometimes I feel like we push them out too early, but then I don't want them to stay a long time. Because I've been pushing for mine to go since she was 17. She has a plan. She keep changing. But now I'm going to wait till she was about 20. That's what I think.
I would say always allow them to come home.
Oh, yeah.
In this new world. Like when we got pushed out the house, more things were affordable, and you had more options. And 9 times 10, we were out there doing stuff. It was probably 25 when you probably started really pulling life together and getting a little more serious. Or
I was different.
you know what I'm saying? But as far as like really having a plan of action,
Right.
And when I say in your older mindset, meaning your decision making got better,
Right.
Versus when you were younger,
Right.
Decision making got better. So I say always allow them to come home. I don't have an age to push them out, me personally, just because I've been there, done that, and in this new world and where we're headed, they probably need to just stay at home, so that not stay at home and do nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Not stay home, not contribute, but stay at home so they can learn how to navigate the world. Right? Treat it like a trade school. So if they choose to go off to school or whatever the case may be. Treat it like a trade school where they can always come home and they can learn, make the mistakes in a safe and controllable environment, right? But I don't have an age range, me personally, just because in this new world it doesn't fit. You're gonna throw them out there and someone's gonna take advantage of them or abduct them, these are things that can actually happen.
Right.
Before, when we were younger, we heard about these things, but at the same time, we know they down the road type deal. But in this new world, there's so many ways to do deep fakes, to grab people's data,
right.
to take advantage of people, to have people come up missing. There's so many new ways for all that to happen that I just rather for them come home so I can teach them and navigate them, because all of that stuff comes from the foundation, the basic foundation of being mindful, filter, right? Critical thinking. All that starts with all that. And if they don't possess that, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting them out there like that. But yeah, I don't have an age range though. Just whenever they're ready. Like one kid, I can think of me thinking of my kids right now. One kid I know I'm gonna have to, hey, you gonna have to get together. You got to,
Yeah.
because they just,
We all got that one.
because they just so laid back that
nonchalant, don't watch their surroundings and that, just happy go lucky.
Right, just chilling. Y'all got me. Like, what we talking about here? I'm gonna go get the little job. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. But then my other two. One, I'm gonna have to stay on her tail. I'm not staying on her tail because she's just like me. I'm not staying on her tail. She's gonna think she's ready, but she's not ready. I'm not staying on her tail. The other, she has a good plan of action, good head on shoulders, But I think for us, my other piece I want to add too is that I want to have, when they do come back, have a place where they can have their individual. See, we need to get some land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to get some land, so that way, if they crash out in the world, they have a place, at least come and get a little single trailer home they can stay on. You know what I'm saying? And pay a little light bill on it, because you still have power stuff to run. But just have a place where they can come back to. So even if you push them out, I mean, I wouldn't recommend pushing them out, not in this world, just due to the fact. We ain't got to the manipulation. We ain't got into the brainwashing.
Goes on and on.
Yeah, that's very highly just from watching social media. Because depending on what's on their algorithm, if people think like if you watch back to back certain type of information, at some point you may not think.
It's training your mind.
But you're training your mind. Like that's all it does. So yeah, definitely no age for them to leave, but also always want to have a place for them to come back to. Yeah, always have a place to come back to. So you want to tell the people what you got going on, or what you can talk about?
Well,
as we come to an end.
I'm a 2-time author of the Queen Collection. Like I said, I did my first independent film. It was called Justice for Jelly, and then my second one, I was the lead in. It's called Never Dance with the Devil. Then the third one I did is called Imprint, and they're all different.
Yeah.
One was a true story. Never Dance with the Devil is a roller coaster. There's so many characters I played in that one movie. And then Imprint is more like a comedy, and then I'm in another one called My Cousin's Keeper that we're still filming. And I worked on my video. I did my first video shoot with you. The song was called Three-Way Communication. I'm working on an EP now, and I am eventually going to start a fashion line.
Gotcha.
So that's coming soon. And I have a business called Upscale Wine and More. It's mobile.
Okay.
A wine mobile business.
Okay. Gotcha. And where can people find you at, or are you still putting that together? Okay.
Look, social media, Latoya Young. I don't have all of my handles right now. I'm gonna get the tree line or the red dot eventually. I'm working on. I'm a work in progress.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
That's all
I can
right.
only be me.
That's all right. Darren said the same thing too. He said, asked the exact same question. He said the same thing. He said, you can find me an elite show. I'm like, man, that's your Facebook. Okay. So thank you guys for joining us, and catch us next time.